Welcome to the Academy, a series focused on the basics of Star Wars: The Old Republic. Arenas are one of the many types of player versus player matches you can get in Star Wars: The Old Republic. If you're new to PvP and SWTOR, make sure to check out the Academy episode about how to PvP first. In Arenas, your team will only have 4 players instead of 8, and the objective is simple: kill the other team before they kill you. The arenas are set on different planets with slightly different environments and setups, but they all have the same objective of killing the other team. In deathmatch PvP arenas, you'll want to stay close to your team. Don't split up or you might get singled out by the enemies. You'll also really want to focus on attacking the same player as the rest of your team. Focusing on one enemy together as a team is the main way to win an arena. You'll also want to be clever with the terrain. Don't put yourself in a position where you can get knocked off, and knock off enemy players who get too close to the edge. If you're a tank, you'll want to be on top of switching your guard and taunts where they're needed the most. And if you're a healer, you'll want to carefully watch as the other team switches the target they're focusing on. In an arena, you'll ideally get 2 DPS, a tank, and a healer, but it doesn't always work out that way, and it can be very rough if the other team is well balanced and yours isn't. The first thing you want to do is identify the roles on your team, and who's playing what role on the enemy team. Always watch chat. Your team might suggest to kill a specific enemy player first, and you should be looking for that enemy the second the match starts. You might get lucky and be able to target them by clicking their name on the scoreboard. It doesn't always happen though. Pulls are especially useful in the beginning of a match, like grappling hook or forced pull. Whether or not your team has singled out an enemy before the match, you should be pulling one enemy in close to your team so your entire team can attack them early and hopefully get them out of the way quickly. If the other team has a healer, it's usually smart to deal with them first. Because arenas are so short, you'll want to use your medpacks, adrenals, self-healing, and defensive cooldowns a lot more often than normal. In the other types of PvP matches, you usually save them for when you're dealing with the objectives. In arenas, if you do that, you might save them and never use them and effectively waste them. Or you might get attacked so fast you never get a chance to use them at all. It's smart to use them early and often in arenas. The other types of PvP matches have more complex objectives than the deathmatch arenas. Killing enemies gets them out of the way, but if you don't focus on the objectives, you'll lose the match. Arenas are the only type of PvP match where you want to focus 100% only on killing the enemy team. If you want to show your support for this series, or to get notified when the next episode of the Academy comes out, subscribe to this channel.